up to tell us about Marquise and his journey and his transition to UK.
Very excited for Marquise Kinley. Some accomplishments of Marquise Kinley. Take me a while, but I'll speak quick. Marquise Kinley is one of 3 people ever at BC Track and Field to run the 100 meters in under 11:2. He is part of our state championship track team, 2018 and 2019. He's part of the back-to-back 4x1 state champions. Last year in the indoor New Balance Nationals in New York City, he placed 8th in the long jump. That's out of the nation that he placed in the long jump. Summer in North Carolina, the Junior Olympic Nationals. He was 2nd in the triple jump, and he was 1st in the long jump. We are looking at a national champion and All-American, Marquise Kinley. His best jump in the triple jump so far is 48 feet, 2 1/4 inches. He has broken his own school record several times in his career at BC Track and Field. In the long jump, to set the state record, you have to set it at the state. But his personal best, he did over the summer, 24 feet, 4 inches. And there's no way in the world to actually visualize 24 feet, 4 inches. So I need some help. Marquise can go, probably when he starts at the gym, takes off and runs and jumps. This is how far Marquise Kinley can jump. In the triple jump, 48 feet is almost the width of a basketball court. The triple jump is when you jump off one leg, land on the same leg, jump off the other leg, and then land on 2 legs. It's the most unorthodox thing you can possibly do in track and field. And he does it so natural. Along with great performances, he's also had luxury of some great coaches. Bailey Morris, Coach K, Tabitha Evans. In 2018, when we were trying to win the state, we have alumni that always come back. Kid that graduated in 2013 came in and he said, Coach, he was asking me about the rundown. He said, you got any jumpers? I said, yeah. I said, you see the guys in the Olympics when they do the long jump, it looks like they're running in the middle of the air? Yeah, I've seen those guys in slow motion. Yeah, that's that kid over there, Marquise Kinley. I said, you're kidding. I said, no. And then all of a sudden he watched Marquise jump. And then all of a sudden I started talking to him about the rest of everybody, and he wasn't listening to me at all. He just started paying attention to watch Marquise for the rest of the time that he was there. Just fantastic. The best thing that I will remember about Marquise is not just his performances, but the fact that regardless when he was a freshman, sophomore, junior, and even today, he works just as hard as he did when he was a freshman. His attitude has not changed, which is fantastic, and that goes to his mother and sister. So, Marquise, go ahead, buddy. Can't wait. Marquise Kinley.
All right, Riley, you want to head this way? And again, a reminder, if you need pictures afterward, make sure you get them. We're not going to set this back up again. All right, everyone, this is Riley Colwick, and a phenomenal football player, and we've got Coach Smith that's going to share on Riley's behalf, and he'll be going to Center College. Coach Smith.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege and honor to say this and talk about Riley, because Riley he's one of the best football players that we've had on our football team for a long, long time. He was really an impact player. I always called him the unsung hero. I never thought he got the credit that he deserved with the play and the performance and the quality that he had on the field. But you know, I don't know what Riley looks at what he sees when he looks in the mirror, but I believe it's 6'2", 215, and because he's one of the toughest guys on our football team. He never backed down from anybody. He never will, never has, never will. He's that kind of a football player, and I know he's going to take that over to Center College with him. And because I've talked to him, you know, several times throughout this process, and you know, he's going to be an immediate impact for them. He really is, because he's that kind of a player. He's that kind of quality. Not only a good football player, but he's a really good person as well. A real good quality and mannerly, you know, well-raised. He's just a real quality person, and really happy for him, really proud of Riley and his accomplishments and what he's going to do at Center College in the next 4 years. Riley Colwick.
Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Colwick. And ladies and gentlemen, the next entertainer for the evening is Braden Kaufman. If my memory serves me correct, Braden will be going to Campbellsville University on a film scholarship. He's been a phenomenal, integral part of the football team. I'll let Coach Smith speak to that.
Yes, very happy to do this for Braden. He's quite a young man. I remember he was with our football program since the 8th grade, and you know, he came over and well, I kind of approached him too and wanted him to do it. And you know, we don't have a tape measure here, but we could probably get Braden to fly a drone in here and deliver each one or whatever you needed. He's that skillful with that drone. But you know, it's quite a lot of work what he does, and I know Campbellsville is really going to be tickled to death with what he can bring to the table, because you know, when you talk about a lot of time and with no credit at all, these guys get no credit at all, but they put in so much time. Braden comes to practice every single day, films practice, and by the time we get out of practice and back and ready to watch some film, the film has already been uploaded and the coaches can watch practice for that day. That is a huge, huge benefit for our football program. I mean, I bet you there's no other program in the state that could probably say they can do that, but we had Braden, who led the crew of about 5 or 6 guys. Just a tremendous, you know, the Boyle County is really going to miss him a whole lot. In Campbellsville, it's going to be to their advantage, and they're getting a quality young man as well. very, very well raised, and very, very quality. We're happy for you, Braden, and good luck to you. I know you and Coach Purdue over there are going to change the whole culture of Campbellville football. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, Braden Kaufman. All right, now we're going to open up. There's all kinds of treats around. Please make your way. Congratulate these individuals. To the families that these individuals belong to, congratulations. Thank you all for sharing your child or your student with us. And I wish everyone of you all the best. It is 2:45. If you need a reminder of the time.
All right, Daniel. Well, that was great for those young men, and it just means so much for all of them to have that and to have family and to get some pictures, get in the paper, and it's just awesome. Do you
It
agree?
was really good, and definitely since we know a lot of those people, Braden has been terrific. He's helped us out a few times when we've had technical problems. Riley Colwick has joined us on the broadcast for basketball, and Marquise is just a phenomenal athlete.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, when he pulled out that tape measure and showed us the 24 feet, it's just tremendous to see what's capable out of a single human being, or a teenager at that.
Oh my goodness, especially world. All right, it looks like we're going to be joined by Coach Lehman.
Good evening, Coach Lehman. How are you?
It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Sorry. Good afternoon, Coach Lehman. How are you?
So, can you talk a little about Braden and what all he's done over his 4 years?
Yeah, actually 5 years. He started
5
when
years,
he was
5 years.
he started as an 8th grader, and it takes a lot of dedication for for somebody to come out and film run the drone, film practice, deal with all the technology that we use, get all that uploaded to Huddle for the coaches to have access to, and like Coach Smith said, it really is an unsung hero kind of a job, and he rose to the occasion. He loved the football team. He wanted to be a part of it, and for 5 years he busted his butt. Every single day the players were out there, the coaches were out there, he's out there too. So it's meant a lot to us.
Well, how has it been just working with Braden? Because Braden's just a wonderful character to be around.
Yeah. Thankfully, we have it's not quite as stressful most of the time anyway, up in the film booth. The coaches are screaming and yelling, but we have a tendency to be a little bit more relaxed, and we cut up and have fun and enjoy ourselves. So, just a lot of good times. And I'm definitely going to miss him. He's the type of young person that I enjoyed spending time around. He's done a great job this year. We've had 3 first-year students, 2 8th graders.
So
and a
you do have
freshman.
replacements for him.
Yeah. So we have 2 seniors graduating, Braden being one of them, and we have 3 young people, 2 8th graders and a freshman, who we made sure that they got trained up. And in fact, by the end of the season, I'd pretty much told Braden to kind of step back and let them take over.
Yeah.
And he's just really more in a supervisory role to make sure that they knew what they were doing next year.
Yeah, he has been a blessing for that football team. Thank you so much, Coach Lehman, for joining us.
Thank you.
You've been great. Thank you so much.
Now we're going to have the track coach. Yep.
Coach Wagner.
Yep. Coach Wagner going to join us here at the broadcast. Nice to meet you.
What's up? Oh. What's up, Coach Wagner? Can you hear us?
There we go.
Yes, I'm a little new at this, but I'm good.
All right. So what have your experiences been with Marquise over these? Has he been on the team for 4 years?
He's been since he came in his 8th grade year.
Okay, so 5 years. Him and Braden both.
Yes,
5 years.
varsity was freshman year. So
All right.
he's fantastic. What little he's done, the short amount of time that he's been here, he's made a massive impact. It's fantastic.
Where has he improved your program, or has this program been coming up ever since? I mean, I know. Chris Duffy went to Kentucky last year, right?
Yes.
And so now you've got another one going to Kentucky. So do you think this is one of the top programs in the state, your Rawls track program?
I would think it would have to be. We have several state champions, several state champion relays, state records. We've done really well, but a lot of that is great athletes and great administration.
And a great coach.
Sure, great assistant coaches. We'll put it that way.
Great head
What was
coach.
your favorite part about working with Marquise?
His attitude wanting to work. I mean, if always coming with a smile, but if I literally said, Marquise, I need you to do this jump and I need you to do these reps 47 times after he was already tired, he'd look at me and say, okay, coach, whatever you need me to do. And that was before he was national champion. That's after he's national champion.
And that shows off. I mean, hard work always works out in the end. And just to sign with Kentucky is, that's almost everybody's dream to be able to play at your home state school. So, as a coach, how does it feel to see him as successful as he is?
Oh, it's fantastic. Great attitude. They're getting a guy that I wish I could tell you that I took all the credit for his athleticism. I did not. It's a lot of that God-given stuff right there. But he's had a lot of the coaches, like I mentioned before, other than me, that have really, really helped him beyond belief. And the best thing about Marquise is, he did all that stuff at nationals. So you're asking him, and those were his best jumps at nationals. So he was doing his best when he needed to the most. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal to have that pressure and be able to perform.
How impressive. So on a scale of 1 to 100, where would you rank Marquise's athleticism, like with the best track athletes, best long jumpers in the world?
Oh, in the world?
It might be low, but Olympic level.
I would love to see what the Olympic guys did in high school.
Yeah.
I would love to see what they did. I don't have those numbers right now, but I would love to see what their numbers were and stuff. It's a tough question, but I'd love to see what their numbers were in high school compared to what he's doing now. And you got to think too, he's got another. State meet won't be till somewhere around June.
Yeah.
So he's got easily another, 4 months. 4 months of training, 4 more months of learning, and then depending on whatever he does in the summer as well.
What kind of potential do you see Marquise having?
The way his athleticism is, he's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's very springy. He's jumpy. If he wanted to and he put his mindset to it, I could have put him in several different events other than jumping. He could have, he could have crushed the pole vault. Of course, he's got a gymnastic background when he was younger.
Yeah, I've heard. Tumbling?
Yes. Yeah, nationally up there and everything. So he's, he's athletic beyond belief. He's been athletic since day one.
Well, I think that's all we have for you.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us
so
on the
much,
broadcast.
Sure, it's the first time I've been on this thing, so it's very cool. It's good stuff y'all are doing. I listen to it all the time.
Well, now you're going to be hearing from us more often. You're going to be on the show more often, hopefully.
We'll take it.
We hope so.
Yeah.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, Coach Wagner.
Thank you so much, Coach Wagner.
I think we're going to get Coach Settles on here. He's going to talk a little bit about Riley Colwick. The big man, Coach Settles.
Coach Settles.
What's up, guys?
How you
Haven't
doing,
seen
Coach
you guys in a
Settles?
while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Football was over when?
Well,
December?
First week of December.
Oh, man. It feels so...
been 2
Coach Settles
months.
is retired now, of course.
I am.
But he had a great, opportunity to coach Riley Colwick. Tell us a little bit about Riley.
Riley, outstanding. Some people forget he had 14 catches in the state championship game.
Yep.
He was that kind of player, though. Like, he never brought attention to himself. It was all about the team. I thought his desire to win really showed, especially when you watched the film after the state championship game. You really got to see what he was all about and how he played the game. And I've been really lucky because I got to know him and his family. I lived next door to his grandparents until I just recently moved. But it doesn't surprise me. He's a strong. He's got a strong faith. He's got a strong commitment to a lot of things. And I think right now, he's ready to move on to something bigger and better. And Sutter College is lucky to have him.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So Of Riley's 4 years, what was your favorite memory of him?
Oh, man. I tell you, I think it was there's so many. Some that weren't even watched by spectators. We're playing Frederick Douglass, who, was really good in football this year. We played them in a 7-on-7 this last summer, so between his junior and senior year, and they had studs. They weren't used to losing. They were, tall, big type kids. And Riley played cornerback. A lot of times people see him as a receiver, but, he played defensive back. And he didn't let any of their kids, whenever their ball was thrown to his side, catch the ball. And they got so frustrated with him, and then our defense played really well. And, Frederick Douglass didn't lose a game till, the state championship game this past year. So I just knew that was a special moment for Riley because he loves challenges. Like Coach Smith said, in his little speech there, that he sees himself as like 6'2", 215. He's definitely not that size. But that mentality just shows how important it is in the game of high school athletics. So that was I'd say that was a special thing. Of course, he was pivotal, too, in the state championship game as a sophomore. It was a close game, and then he ended up having a nice kickoff or punt return up the middle that really sparked our team and got us some momentum. And, it was so that's another memory that I have of Riley. Such a great player. And also I'd like to talk about Braden if we could.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about Braden.
Well, Braden, I've had all his his brother and his sister and in class, and I've coached his brother, and now Braden. He started as an 8th grader doing the filming, so it's kind of like he had a 5th year. But one thing I loved about Braden is that he was one of those guys that you think about those players that stay in shooting free throws that are always the last ones there shooting.
Gym rats.
Yeah, gym rats. And then you got the guys that are, trying to work their game on the field after practice. And, Braden was that guy that you walk by and, the room that they did all the recording on and uploading a film, and he's one of the last ones there. And, of course, things didn't always go right, and so he was one of those guys you could, give him a hard time but have fun with it at the same time. And he sacrificed a lot of his time. And I know some people might think of and be in light of just a filmer, there's a signing of a filmer, but, that just shows how far sports has gone. I feel like, the film part of it is so important now, and it helps us be successful, but also gives kids like that an opportunity that maybe aren't athletic, that can do things with.
They can make a difference.
Yeah, make a difference in the outcome of the season still. And, when I show people the drone footage, they're just in awe of it. And, there was some fun times where, I remember the first time, it was another 7-on-7 over the summer where he a couple years ago, he flew the drone
Ball hit it?
and wasn't sure whether or not he was getting all nervous, and we were starting to get on. What are you doing? And all of a sudden, he tries to land. It lands in the stands, right? Where all the spectators were, and one of the blades flies off. And we're like, Braden, what are you doing? But it was just fun, and for him, fun for us, not for him. But we just always think about. Also, he was there when Damian Lehman flew it into a tree at camp. So that was always entertaining. But I just love Brady. He's such a great kid, and I got him in class as well. But I'm going to miss those guys. Time goes by so fast. It's been 5 years. He's been a part of our program 5 years, and just to see him move on to Campbellsville. He's actually going to start this spring, believe it or not. I don't know if you guys have realized that.
I
But
did
he'll
not
be
know
able
that.
to leave school early, around 11, get down there and help with some of their spring practices. So
That's really cool.
yeah, I'm excited for him, his family, and obviously Ryan and his family. So
Yeah, that's great for him.
Thank you for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you so much, Coach
yeah,
Settles.
you guys are awesome.
I don't know. Are
appreciate it.
you interested in calling some basketball? I think
I
you'd
don't
be.
know. I could do it. I've done it before.
There we
but-
go. We got our next
I
guest.
think so.
Well, thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Coach Settles. Jack, we will be right back. We're going to get the interviews from the players. We got Raleigh, we got Braden, and we got Marquise that are going to be on the broadcast, so stay tuned. And here we've got Mr. Riley Colwick.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
We have had Riley on the show how many times? A couple times at least.
Couple, yeah. I think one for football and one for basketball.
You know what I noticed most about this? He literally has his hair the same color as his shirt. See, now he doesn't
Oh, he
even have,
does.
yeah, I mean,
So
it's
did
perfect.
you? Was that on purpose? When you changed the hair color, did you know you were going to center?
I mean, I heard God telling me that I need to dye it again. I didn't know why, but apparently he knew why. So.
Yeah. All right, Riley. Jack's got some questions for you, and then I'll throw some extras in there. Why not?
Sounds good.
So with Reed Lanner going to center as well, you know, your quarterback for I'm guessing
Since
grade,
fourth grade.
fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
So how does it feel to be catching some more passes from him?
Really good. I mean, me and Reed have always had a connection, like I said, since fourth grade. He was actually probably my first friend when I moved here from Louisville from third grade to fourth grade. And he actually because I was like, I didn't know what was cool here in Danville, so I showed up with the ankle socks on, and Reed Lanner walked up to me and said, "Here, bro, you can have my socks." And they were the Nike high tall socks that everybody was wearing. So that from that point on, we just had a special connection.
Yep.
That is awesome. Reed's a nice guy.
Very
nice guy.
yeah.
Have we gotten him on the broadcast yet?
He's actually going to be on there Friday night at the
All right.
Danville game.
Well,
so
we will see Reed then.
Yep.
So Riley, what influenced you to go to center?
Well, probably the main thing that set center apart from the other schools was center actually, like, they wanted me and they needed me. All the other schools wanted me, but they didn't need me. And center they made a good point of, like, if they didn't get me, like, they couldn't reach the goals they wanted to reach for the next 4 years. So they did good. They did a good job at making me feel like I was needed. And then probably the second is what center college sets you up for in life, like not just football-wise, but family, job,
Education.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting a A+ education. You know, I mean, top 25 in the nation. I mean,
is, yeah.
it's just it's a great school to go to school and get a good education at.
All right, Riley. So did you have any family influences on your pick? Did staying close to your mom make a difference? Because I know you two have a special relationship.
Yeah, my mom, she's always been a hyping up center for me ever since they made contact with me first, and she just kept on. She wasn't pushing it, but you could tell it was her favorite. So, yeah, it made her and I both happy that we're still going to be together for the next 4 years.
That's awesome, Riley. So have you met Coach Fry at center?
Oh yeah, he actually, the first time I met him, we were at my house for FCA, and he was actually a guest speaker, and he's really funny. He's a real fun guy, and I think I'm gonna be able to enjoy him for the next 4 years.
Yeah, he's a family friend of ours.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about the program at center?
Well, they're really strong, not just in football, but in basketball too. They're top 20 in the nation right now in basketball, I think.
Yes, they are. They're number 21. They have 13 straight wins.
That's
Very
great.
impressive.
Yeah, I went to go see, at my overnight, I went to go see them play against Barry. I was really surprised at how good they were. And then,
They can light it up from 3, can't they?
yeah,
All right, so do you have any words for future Rebels?
future Rebels. Well, I can say that if you work hard, it doesn't matter what a God has blessed you with, whether it's height, speed, size, strength. As long as you work harder than the other people you're lining up against, you'll find a way to be successful.
All right, thank you so much, Riley. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
We're glad to see you back in, is it black and gold? Nah, it's black and yellow.
Black and yellow, yeah.
He's still
All
in
right.
Boyle County, so
Still
that's
in
all
Boyle
that matters.
County.
That's all that matters. Riley, thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
you
brother.
guys.
See ya.
All right, Riley was back there just to get a picture. His mom wanted a picture. Love Miss Shannon.
All right, we are now joined by Braden Kaufman, the one, the only, the great Braden Kaufman.
I just got one question, okay?
Okay.
Was Coach Settles talking trash back here?
He
Yes,
was.
yes, he
talking about
was.
the time you flew a drone into the stands.
Maybe they'll get themselves a real DB coach.
Yeah, we're live.
Thank
Welcome
you.
Coach Wynn into the picture.
Braden, you know, in 8th grade, I moved here. First person I really got to talking to was Braden. I remember he's coming over here to film the football team, and I was like, man, what's this kid doing? Like, he's talking to Coach Smith. Like, he was all, like, that's the first thing I remember about Braden was he was coming to film. So, I mean, for 5 years, Braden has been film. And, you know, going to Campbellsville, you know, you're still kind of close to home. It's a good score. You're going with Chris Purdue. Used to be offensive coordinator. Now he's offensive coordinator down there. I mean, you just got a great career ahead of you. And, I mean, I'm just happy for you. Like, I'm so happy. And it's great to see somebody sign for something so important.
Thank you, Daniel.
So, how does it feel to be the first videographer to sign here at Boyle County?
It feels pretty good, you know. Especially, it feels like you've never left home because your Coach Pardue's going to be down there. And plus, my brother and my sister are going to be down there, too. So it's like I never left home.
All
That's
in the
awesome.
family, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So, has your whole family gone to Campbellsville?
No, just my brother and my sister and my dad's taking some classes, too.
All right, that's awesome. So that's your main. Was that your influence on going there, or were they like, hey, you can do some videographing, and you were like, oh yes.
Well,
yes,
also,
yes.
Campbellsville University has a praise team that goes out to churches every Sunday. And just seeing that, and I thought, you know what? That's a place I want to go to because it's a Christian-based university. It's great. The people are great. It's like this. It's just like classes here at BCHS because you have like 25 to 30 in each class, and it's just like you never left.
Braden, what's your Coach Smith memory? You know, everybody has one. What is something that you remember or like your most fond memory of Coach Smith?
Coach.
Funny, serious, whatever you.
At the pep rally this year when he said I was a hard worker.
Oh, no, the most valuable person you've got.
Yeah.
That was, when
I think that was a little bit of a lie, but
when he said that, I was like, oh, my gosh, it just got serious. Like, because we wrote that in the script. We wanted something comedic in it, and he got, like, it was just a moment. Like, he really, and that's something you've earned. Like, the respect that you've earned here is, like, it's due to you because, you've worked your butt off to get where you are. And, it shows off that hard work pays off.
It sure does, Braden. And I know everybody here is proud of you and all the stuff you've done.
and Coach Smith is a great guy. He's one of those guys, you work for him, he'll work for you. If you have his back, he'll have your back, and no matter what, he's done that for the last 5 years.
What about Mr. Lehman? You've worked a lot.
I won't talk about him. Just kidding. Lehman's a great guy. I wouldn't have it any other way. It was Coach Christopher. Coach Christopher was great. Then it went to Lehman, and Lehman was great too.
Yeah, it's been a really good. We've been blessed to have a really good 4 years here at Boyle County.
We have.
We've had worked with great people, and I'm working with Coach Fi with BCSN right now. So it takes a good crew to work with to get things done, and we have a really good crew. You got Jack Snow. That's an upcoming freshman on here.
And he's taking over the leadership role, and I think he'll do just fine.
I think he will too. I think that's going to be our next signee for Campbellsville that's going to be signing for Filmer. That's my prediction,
Well, maybe.
Jack.
He's done a great job. I know he does the basketball games right now.
And also for football, you get Trace Anderson and Caleb Sutton, and I think them two could be potential leaders too.
Braden, leaving such a good thing, what are you taking with you to Campbellsville that you've learned here at Boyle County?
Hard work. That football is hard work.
Never giving up.
It's not taking a month off. It's a full 7 month. Give it all you got.
So Braden, do you have any advice that you want to leave with you for future Rebel videographers?
That enjoy the time that you have because it's short. It's a short 4 years.
5 for you.
Yeah. I did the Bobby Lefevue thing where you get to stay for 5 years.
All right. See you, Braden. Thank you
Braden,
so
thank you
much.
for
You were
joining us.
awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations.
All right, welcome Marquise Kinley, Kentucky long jumper and triple jumper, correct? All right. So what got you started with track? Well, jumping.
Well, honestly, in middle school,
Yeah, you're good.
in middle school, my coach, I played for the football in middle school, and my coach, he was a track coach too, and he just told me to come out and try, and I tried it, and I just fell in love with it, and I've been doing it ever since.
So you started in middle school. I heard you had a tumbling past. So in gymnastics?
Yeah, that was all through elementary, even before elementary school, up until that point where I started running track.
How good were you at that?
I mean, I was pretty good. I went to Junior Olympics, I think, twice for that. So,
Just so you guys know, that is the Junior Olympics. That is really impressive. That is really impressive, no matter how Marquise tries to play it off. That is very impressive. So, going further on that Junior Olympian thing, after that, so when did you, was it this summer that you went to the Junior Olympics again for triple jumping and long jumping? So you came first long jump, second triple jump. So what did that mean to you?
I mean, it meant a lot because the last big track meet that I was at was the state track meet, and I didn't perform very well. I'll admit I did not perform very well, so I felt like I had to kind of come back from that. And in the summertime, I was able to jump the farthest I've ever jumped.
So 24 feet, that's it, right? 24 feet that he pulled out. How do you even do that?
I don't know. I don't even really have to think about it. I just run as fast as I can and just jump as high as I can, and it just carries me.
Wow. 24 feet. When he pulled that out a minute ago and he kept on going back, I was like, there's no way. Yeah. I mean, that was just like, it blew my mind.
And that's the triple jump or the long jump?
That was the long jump.
Oh, my goodness. I thought that was the triple jump.
The long jump. I mean, the triple jump is 48.
Yeah, that's what blew my mind.
So you didn't hit the ground for that distance? That's like, oh, my goodness. That is incredible.
I could go maybe like 2.5 feet at that. So see,
I got 5 in gym class the other day.
I can't do nothing. I mean, so it's like people with athletic ability are like that. That just blows my mind. Like, I mean, people with that athleticism have really been blessed, and I mean, that's just very impressive.
Very impressive. So, do you know Chris Duffy? I'm sure.
Yeah, of
he's
course.
a year older than you, right?
Of course.
So, did he influence your decision in going to Kentucky?
I mean, I wouldn't say he influenced it, but Kentucky, it just felt like home anyways. And the fact that I already have people that be up there, it just made it even better.
So have you been a UK fan your whole life?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really watch that many sports, to be honest. I mean, I watched a little UK basketball. So, I mean, I guess I say I am a UK fan.
Are you going to be going to the games?
Of course.
Of course, right?
Of course,
you can't go to. So how good is the track program going to be here at Boyle County here in the next 3 or 4 years?
I don't know. I hope that it can be to the point where it was.
And how good is it going to be at UK?
Hopefully, I hope it's amazing. I hope that I can really make an impact up there.
Will you make an impact your first year, or will you have to wait a year or two until you just start breaking onto the scene? Because I'm sure you'll be on ESPN here soon.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my hardest to make an impact my first year. Just every track meet, go out as hard as I can, go hard in practice, try and make everything best as it can be.
Marquise, what advice do you have for future track runners here at Boyle County and anybody in the future?
Well, if I had any advice, listen to your coaches, stay in school, and always work hard, never give up, and you're on the road to success.
All right. Thank you so much, Marquise.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marquise.
See ya.
Alrighty, Jack. We just finished. We saw 3 great people sign to go to college
did.
at Center, UK, and Campbellsville. 3 great colleges in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. So, I mean, once again, 3 great people. I mean, just happy for them. You got any final words before we close out here?
I do not. Just so happy for those guys.
And join us Friday night.
Yep.
At 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Girls Rebels plays the Devil Admirals.
And then we'll have the Boys Rebels
game
after that.
Yeah, right after that at 7:30.
Yep.
Or 30 minutes following.
BCSN signing off.
Yep.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.